Right, today is a simple little video really. You've seen the thumbnail and the title. There's Ralphie. I am going to, I'm picking up, I've basically bought even, what are you doing? I bought a high mileage 3 litre diesel Range Rover Sport, so we're going to go pick it up, alright? That's it. Oh no, it needs petrol, that's alright, we're not worried about that in a minute. Job done. Okay, so welcome to another episode of Diary of a Car Trader. My name's Calvin, for those that don't know. I do know that I've got a hell of a lot more followers at the minute because of the announcement of the Golf R. That car does, it generates a lot of activity, put it that way. So for those that don't regularly watch my videos or that are new to my channel, I'm basically a car trader and this is more what my channel's about, but obviously I will be doing stuff on the Golf R for as long as I've got it anyway. So today I am, basically the plan for today is I'm in this 1 Series. This is a bit of stock that we've got. Right, off to work. Golf. I really want to drive the Golf, but I can't. I've got work to do. These are clean, isn't it? Look how dirty it is. Don't worry, I've got plenty of Golf videos coming, alright? Right, the car that I'm actually driving today is BMW 1 Series. Is there anything special about this 1 Series? 120i. Let's have a little look inside. Automatic, pretty cool. And I'm driving it to my storage yard. I'm going to go get photos of it and get it advertised, okay? After that, I've got to go and pick up a Range Rover Sport that we bought from a garage in Luton, Camper Car Care. Again, people that watch my channel regularly will know, would have seen Camper Car Care a bit on the channel. I'm going to pick it up from there. And again, I'm going to show you the car and the plan, my aim today is to get this car advertised and get the Range Rover advertised. It's pretty basic stuff, but I can show you around the Range Rover as well. So my storage yard, yeah, is basically on a road, a very busy road, and it's like a great location and stuff. M1 is literally just over there, and this is the road just here where the storage yard is, okay? And it, like I say, it's a great place to be. Recently, there's been a huge housing development happening right next door to my storage yard, which is great, you know, up and coming area. It's good to see stuff happening. But what they've done is, as with most roads in the world, there's 2 entrances. There's one end and then there's another end. At one end of the road, they've completely blocked it off. I'll show you a clip of that. So you can see there that there's no chance of anyone getting in at that end. So what you have to do is you have to go all the way around, and it is a hell of a journey to this side of the road. And they've got barriers and that there. It's not very welcoming to potential customers of mine that want to buy a car. A little bit annoying. On top of all of this, yeah, so it's barriers, road blockages, all this sort of stuff. Not very welcoming. And the more annoying thing is the mud on the road. It's so bloody muddy. So the reason why this is a problem for me is because all of our valeting is done off-site, okay? So we get our cars valeted, nice and clean, ready to photograph and go on the net. And when we bring the cars back to the storage yard, trust me, they look like they have not been cleaned. And I've purposely stopped at this end of the road because I'm going to show you what this car looks like when we get to the storage yard, okay? So I'm going to spin the camera around and I'm going to show you the journey to my storage yard now. And I understand, guys, people got to work, you know, things have got to happen. I'm fully understanding of the situation. It's fine, but it's just a little bit annoying that we haven't been considered too much at all. So I'll spin the camera around, I'll show you what I mean, alright? So drive down here, There's signs here, there and everywhere saying road ahead's closed, road ahead's closed. And there's a couple more before you get to this point as well. Road closed. Like, this is the welcoming end, by the way. This is the end that's like, you can access it, this end, yeah? Access only. You imagine you're now going to buy a car. It's all quite scary, isn't it? Like, what, am I alright to go down here? Is this alright? And you've got this guy, he's like a guy on the gate, a security guy. He waves us every now and then. He's actually quite a nice guy. And then you've got these big barriers, yeah? So you can actually drive through the barriers. You're allowed to do this, by the way. And then you've got all this mud on the road. I generally just tend to drive at like sort of 10 miles per hour because stop the mud from flicking up at the car. Because obviously I've just had it cleaned, a little bit annoying. So yeah, you drive down. We'll fast forward this bit. So what I'll do is, let me just spin that camera around a sec. I'll park up. So what I'll do is I'll get out and I'll just quickly show you what it's like, and also I'm going to get photos of the car and get it on the net, yeah? Mud. Yeah, look, gives you an idea how annoyingly muddy it is. Look, G-Wagon, was a clean car a couple of days ago, muddy. This Astra, got it cleaned this morning. Look how dirty this Astra is. Leon on cam. Leon won't talk. Leon, what are you doing? Look, speechless. Oh, you actually said something then. That was close. There you go then, take that hat off. Range Rover Sport, let me just sort this camera out. I don't know why I always do this, but that'll do. It is very dirty in here, so it definitely, let's just turn that fan down a little bit. Definitely won't be going up for sale today because it needs a bit of time spending on it, getting it clean. But it does give you a good idea what sort of stuff I buy. So what I'll do is, this ain't really gone to plan, is it? We'll go for a drive and I'll talk to you a bit about the Range Rover, yeah? And we are off. So, adjust the steering wheel. How do I adjust the steering wheel? Manually adjust the steering wheel. So it must be an optional extra to have one with an electronically adjusted steering wheel. So there, do you know what, that's a good starting point actually. So this one is let's just fold that screen back, is actually an SE model. So they do an SE, a HSE, a few other models. I don't know all of them off the top of my head, Dynamic and a few others. On top of the range one, obviously bar the SVR, is the Autobiography, which is an amazing spec car. In fact, I had one recently, a 4.4 V8 diesel one. I don't think that made it to the channel though, but yeah, that was a nice car. That was actually a Range Rover Vogue. I don't even know if they're called Vogues now, but that's like the bigger car, yeah? So this one's obviously a Range Rover Sport, and the spec of it is an SE, which like I say is a basic spec car. We've got auto stop start. So annoying, isn't it? So it's kind of distracting, if anything. And there we go, eco mode off. But this is actually a really high mileage SE. So this is actually a high spec SE. So it's got a panoramic roof. It's got heated steering wheel, heated seats as well. Stuff rolling around in the back. Oh, what else has it got? Just a few lot of things that are over and above the usual spec car. So it's pretty cool, and they're things that you'd actually want as well. So this one, I think the key factor with this car is, which probably maybe brought you to this video, is the mileage. So the mileage that this car has done, and bear in mind it's a 2014 car, so it's 4 or 5 years old, nearly 5 years old, depending on what month it was registered. I don't know when it was registered. It's done 132,635 miles. So it's a lot of mileage, and generally, a bit of car buying advice for you. This lorry, is that going to get around the corner? Yeah, a bit of car buying advice for you. Generally, the age of a car, and I know this is quite obvious stuff. If I get out of your way, mate, thank you very much. The age of a car really does boil down to the number of miles it's done. So for the average mile, I don't know what the average mileage is exactly like per year, but let's assume it's 12,000 miles. That's a number that sort of pops up a lot. 12,000 miles a year. So in theory, this car in age is sort of 10 to 11 years old, but it's only a four odd year old car. So it does affect the aging process of this car, and it also affects the value of this car. And when I say aging, I mean, like, you know, there's wear on the gear knob here, there's wear on the switches up here, but ultimately it affects the value. Okay, so, which is cool, as long as when you buy a car and it has done high mileage, even the price reflects the mileage, and that's pretty obvious. Like I say, pretty obvious stuff, but there's nothing wrong with buying a high mileage car. I think that's my point. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the price must reflect the mileage or the age of the car. You've got to take that into consideration. So this car, ironically, despite the fact that it's a high mileage car, they are in massive demand. So obviously there's a lot of people in the world, especially right now, that want to buy a new shape Range Rover Sport, but there is also a hell of a lot of them people that can't afford to pay for one that's sort of middle of the market value. So what they need to do is they need to buy an entry level car, and the only way they're going to do that is make some kind of a compromise. And it's the same with every car. You know, if you wanted to buy an F80 M3, for example, today, and you've only got sort of 30 grand to spend, 28 to 30 grand to spend, you can buy them for that kind of money, even less than that. I've seen them for like below 28 grand. But there's a Civic Type R there, that's very nice. Annoying, I'd say this all the time, it's so annoying when I've only got one camera. But yeah, but you can, but obviously you've got a compromise. Like, it won't be a competition pack car, for example. It will have high mileage, it might not have the spec you want, but you will get an M3 for little money, or with a small budget if you want one. And the same with this car. If you want an autobiography with low mileage and high spec, which I suppose an autobiography is, a high spec car, you're going to pay a premium for it. Whereas this car is going to be probably 10 grand less, and it's good value for money, and a lot of people love good value for money. So that's my analogy anyway on high mileage cars. They are good, but obviously, like I keep saying, the price must reflect the mileage of the car. It's turned into a little bit of a pointless video, but it gives you an idea. Like, this is a day in the life of a car trader. I picked the car up from Cam. That's it, I've got battery now. Bloody battery went dead. I hate it when that happens. It's just standard video stuff. I can't remember what I was saying now. What was I actually saying? Saying somewhere along the lines of it's a pointless video. I suppose it is a bit of a pointless video, but it gives you an idea. I think that's what I was saying. It gives you an idea what a car trader gets up to. I have I'd much prefer have gone out for a little tear in my Golf R today and had some fun in that and showed you that, but my channel is not fully about having fun in fast cars. You know, there is a lot of this going on, and like I said earlier, that I get that there's probably a good few new followers on board, and I suppose I just wanted to kind of a way of me introducing you guys to what my channel is about. You know, this is Diary of a Car Trader, and this is what I get up to. And secondly, I thought high mileage Range Rover Sport is quite a cool car to do a video on. I'm actually a massive fan of Range Rover Sport. Right, I decided to stop the video there because like it's a day ahead now. That was yesterday when I was filming. The Range Rover was just too dirty and I didn't want to end the video with a dirty car. So what I decided to do is, got to get it cleaned, didn't I? So obviously to get it cleaned we need a detailer stroke valeter. So my phone's ringing, let me just ignore that. Let me just spin the camera around, yeah? Check this out. Are you focusing alright? Check this out, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, my camera's, hold on. Let's wait until we're in focus. That's it, hands in focus. 3, 2, 1. Right, we've got Christian on cam. Yes, Christian.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, alright. What's going on your top?
Don't drink hot coffee in the morning.
You dropped some down your top, didn't you?
Just a little bit.
So, that's alright. We was going to get his top off, but I thought, you know what, let's just stress him a bit. Let's get a little zoom shot of that. Look, yeah, well done.
Still got some here.
Oh, yeah, that's right, then. Top man. Right, so we've got you here today. Why have we got you here? We've got you here to clean up the Range Rover, yeah?
Yep.
Go on, what's your plan? What you going to do?
Plan today is for complete overhaul. Engine bay clean, dressed. Full exterior decontamination without clay barring.
Yeah.
So obviously we don't want to cause marring in the paintwork because we're not doing a one-stage machine or an enhancement or anything like that.
Okay, cool.
So it'll be a full decontamination, so iron fallout, tyre removal, full safe wash system, snow foam, 3 bucket rule, what we always apply to all of our washes.
Okay, yeah.
So we've got wheels, rinse and wash, 3 buckets.
Oh, wicked.
And we'll hit it with that, completely get it as clean as we can literally get it.
Because it is it's a dirty car, it's high mileage, it's dirty.
Yeah, just hit it up, go through all of the wheels, go through the motions for the whole interior, scrub all the carpets up, clean, treat all the leather seats.
Sound. Okay, cool, wicked. So I'm going to pop off, go get the Golf MOT'd, alright? So I'll be back later. You want to do the Golf later as well, yeah?
We are definitely doing that Golf later.
Oh, I forgot to say, Christian, did you clean up the yellow car as well?
We did indeed clean up the yellow beast.
Oh, well done. I'm going to have to go check that out as well. Alright, cool, man. See you later.
See you in a bit, yeah? I feel like I'm moaning about the cold a lot at the minute, but it really is bloody freezing, I suppose, holding that camera outside with bare hands. Maybe I should get some gloves, but yeah, it's cold. There's me moaning, but Christian is cleaning cars. Like, that's seriously cold stuff. But anyway, look at it in here. He's transformed it, isn't he? Let's turn that down. Let's get the heated seat on 1 second. Heated seats are just like priority in life at the minute. It looks like a different car in here. It is so much better. Obviously, like, do you know what? We won't talk yet. Let's just drive. Let's drive. I'm in a little bit of a rush. That's my old transporter van. What are the chances of that? So, if this ever makes it to the video, I used to have a silver VW transporter, and the reason why I had that is because I was in the building trade and the van just drove past me. Strange. And we are off. So, the conclusion of today's video, well, I suppose the intention of the video was to pick up the Range Rover and get it advertised, okay? Things have changed a little bit since yesterday. Basically, Leon has seen this car, and Leon's my brother, for those that don't know. We're business partners as well, so every car that you see on my channel is not just mine, it's mine and my brother's, okay? And we tend to
not literally fight over cars, but we fight over cars, yeah. So when his Range Rover come in, we was like, I was like, I want to drive that, and he's like, I want to drive it. But obviously I've got the Golf R, so for me right now, you can only drive one car, I suppose. But he's currently using the G-Wagon, and he's decided that he wants to put the G-Wagon back up for sale and now drive the Range Rover, and I can fully see why. Like, this is half the price of a G-Wagon. Obviously a G-Wagon is proper cool, but a Range Rover Sport's a great car. This is half the price, great value for money, same size engine basically, but it's I don't know, it's just nice, isn't it? It's nice and classy. So yeah, so it's not going to be going up for sale. It might go up for sale like tomorrow. Leon might change his mind tomorrow. He's just as bad as I am. But right now that's the plan with this car. But massive shout out to Christian, iValley UK, Bedfordshire. He's a proper sound guy. 3 things I want to say about him, and I think these 3 things should sort of stand with everyone in any trades. And if these 3 boxes get ticked, that's a good person to work with. And I think reliability is one of them. Nice personality is another one. They're just pretty standard things in life. But thirdly, he's bloody good at his job and he's passionate about it. So decent guy. He's local to me as well. He does a lot of work for me. So yeah, shout out to him. He's transformed the car. He's done under the bonnet. He's like, gets in round all the switches and all that sort of stuff. He's given it a polish on the outside. There was dog hair everywhere in the back and on the roof liner.
So we have got a bit of dog hair on the roof as well.
Just a tad. Christian, you might getting that off?
Definitely.
No pressure, yeah, no pressure.
He's got rid of all of that somehow. It looked like it was beyond help as well. So he's done a really nice job of that, and it just feels like a nicer car. Obviously, it still is a high mileage Range Rover Sport, but I think, what's the conclusion of this video? I think the conclusion for me with this car and this video is high mileage cars will always be high mileage cars. Like, you can still see a bit of wear here and there. You could replace all of these switches and you'll get it near on perfect, but they're never going to be 100% perfect. And I think they are a little bit of a compromise, but they're actually very good value for money. So hence the reason why Leon's decided to keep hold of it for himself. So yeah, I'm going to leave it as that. Random video. It worked out really well though. Like I say, I'm really happy with the car, and we filmed a video today on the Golf R as well. I've done a few bits on that. I'm not going to give too much away. If that video, I've already said about that, but it might have gone live already. I don't know. But I'm done. Thank you very much for watching. Obviously, as ever, I am going to encourage you to like the video. If you did like it, do hit like. If you're new, then do hit the subscribe button. Standard stuff, really. And I'll see you in the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, alright? See ya. Following the filming of this video, my older brother Aaron decided that the Range Rover was such good value for money that he wanted it for himself. So he bought it. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, I do some passenger rides in the Golf R.